standing here with legendary horror director Wes Craven, famous for... Oh, wait, he left. Oh, never mind. Famous for movies such as Nightmare on Elm Street, Scream, Shocker, and something's coming out next year, I believe.
25/8, 25/8. It's a movie about what you do if you have an enemy so intense, 24/7 doesn't cut it. You have to work 25/8.
I think I know the feeling.
Yeah.
Everybody's familiar, I'm sure, with the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. The thing about those movies, the first four especially, or first five I should say, they really deal with the consequences of dreams in real life. But when New Nightmare came out, he made the decision to actually take the actors and put them in real life as well, which almost breaks the fourth wall.
Yeah.
Is there any reason for that?
Well, it was breaking the fourth wall in the sense of saying, you know, movies aren't just, they're not just stories being told on film, they're about real things. They're about things that they're invisible, like hate, you know, like violence, like suspicion, whatever those things that, you know, genre films are made about. You have to give them a character. You have to build a character around them to talk about them. But that doesn't mean that they're not real. So if you ban a character, if you say no child should be seeing Freddy because he's too scary and too awful, and the kind of films you make are terrible, then those things out there that are real, that are in the earth or in the human psyche, won't have any control over them because we artists kind of control them. We can show their defeat. And it just felt like, you know, if you start censoring, you're cause the real fire to come down.
Yeah.
So it was about the horror of a Freddy, that if he's not captured by the you know, by the image of this character Freddy Krueger, he'll come out in real life.
Absolutely. Excellent. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Again, I'm saying Craven, and we'll have more later. I'm standing here with Catherine Jane Way herself, Miss Kate Mulgrew. She's the star of over 30 TV shows, 9 movies, and various stage plays. Thank you for coming to Toronto to FanExpo.
It's my pleasure.
It's such a great thing to have you here.
Canadians are so polite.
Oh, we do try.
Charming and rather witty.
That's what we're known about. Maple syrup is great. You should try it on snow.
You're wit and maple syrup.
Wit and maple syrup.
It's a good title.
It's a perfect breakfast treat. It's like fantastic stuff. You were the first female to play a captain on the iconic Star Trek series.
So they say.
So they say. Would you call that a big responsibility?
A big responsibility?
Well, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I thought it was a big privilege.
Big privilege, I'd say that's it.
As far as responsibility is concerned, that's a sort of a slightly rigid word for what was something really much bigger than that. I mean, I think that we made television history. We broke down the door to the Boys Club, which was very important to women. And it was just fun and exciting. You can imagine.
Yeah, no doubt.
7 years. Everything that was new.
Well, I know it was a lot of fun to watch.
Oh, good.
That much for sure. And I know, how do you feel about Geneviève Bujold's whole part in the creation of Captain Janeway?
I feel grateful to her, and I think I've always admired her. She's French-Canadian.
She is French-Canadian, that's right.
A superb actress.
She is.
And a very wise one to know within a day or two that this was not going to be her cup of tea.
No, yeah.
And it took a lot of courage, and so I'm happy that she understood that. And that I
I'll bet it's
right,
absolutely,
right.
That's great. Well, you were recently in a New York theater production of, forgive me, Iphigenia 2.0. Iphigenia 2.0.
Yes, the daughter of Agamemnon and Clytemnestra.
Okay. Excellent, and you got rave reviews for that. You were very well received.
Yes.
But you're coming up in another play on Broadway pretty soon.
That's
it's called Equus?
Equus.
Can you tell me a little about that?
Equus is written by the very reputable playwright Peter Schaffer. And then another play is called Black Comedy. And this play was first produced about 40 years ago. And starred a great actress by the name of Marion Salvis, who was my wonderful friend, and I've taken her part, the part of Hester Salomon, who was a magistrate and a great friend of Dr. Dysart, played by the eminent Richard Griffiths. And Daniel Radcliffe is in this, a.k.a. Harry Potter, and I find him to be really impressive because this kid is a movie star, clearly, and doesn't have to do any of this. But he wants very much and quite seriously to be an actor and to ground himself in what will keep his future, I think, steady.
That's great to hear. So sometimes you hear these sad stories of people, absolutely, people growing up in the industry and it sort of gets a hold of them. And it's great to hear that somebody like him is moving forward equitably,
and he's guileless and terrific.
Oh, that's great to know.
Energy.
Fantastic. And when does that open?
We open the 25th of September and came through the 9th of February.
Excellent. Well, I'm looking forward to see it. If you're in New York and Broadway and around that time, be sure to check it out. Once again, this is Kate Mulgrew. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm standing here with the Fonzie himself, Mr. Henry Winkler, iconic American actor.
Thank you.
We're so happy to have you here at FanExpo, and thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us.
This is pretty great. You get to meet everybody. You get to have so much fun over these 3 days. It's pretty wonderful.
Yeah, the people are pretty cool. It's really great to have people like yourself here.
Thank you.
It's a little bit about what you've been working on, a little bit about your career. I understand you're good friends with Mr. Wes Craven.
I have a wonderful relationship with Wes. With Wes, he directed me in Scream, of course, and right now I am writing novels for children about my dyslexia called Hank Zipser, the world's greatest underachiever. The proudest thing is they're funny. They're very funny books.
That's terrific. That's great. Where can we get those already?
You can get them anywhere. There are 14 novels in the stores at the moment. We just finished number 15. Hank Zipser, the world's greatest underachiever.
Terrific. That's fantastic. A little bit, this is a bit of a personal side note. For me, the best thing the time I have the most fun watching you is when you're the lawyer on Arrested Development.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, no, thank you, sir. Honestly. But I have to ask, and I hate to invoke the shark, but the idea of actually having your character jump over a dead shark on the pier.
Right.
How was that spawned?
That was from the writer's brain. You know, Mitch Hurwitz is a genius. He writes it, I do it. And what a pleasure to chat with you.
Pleasure to meet you, sir.
Nice
Thank you
to
very
see
much.
You.
I'm standing here with an actual living legend. We're taking a little bit of a break from the geekdom downstairs to talk about a little bit of science fact with the second man on the moon, Mr. Buzz Aldrin.
Yeah.
I'm kind of at a loss for words here. I'm a little bit stupefied. It's such an honor to be in your presence.
I guarantee it's all fact.
It's all fact.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that, sir. I absolutely know that. That's why I say we're taking a break from it to talk to you for just a couple of minutes. I understand you're on a very tight timeline, so the one question that really weighs on my mind is I wanted to know, in your words, what it's like to see the Earth rise.
Well, we'd seen pictures of it before because Neil and I were on the backup crew for Apollo 8, and that was quite a scramble to get that first picture, and so it was really a classic. And we were not trying to outdo anybody when we were getting in position to see an Earthrise. We were more interested in communication, especially when we were separated in the lunar module. As we came on around, we needed to get the antenna pointing at the Earth, not our eyes or our cameras. So now during the descent itself, there was an occasion where as we pitched over, we would see the Earth. But again, that was not in our minds to try and really look at that and see what it looked like during the actual power descent.
Just the ultimate example of the right place at the right time, I guess.
Well, yes, and paying attention to what is most significant at any particular time.
No doubt, absolutely. And, well, I just want to say thank you very much once again for your time. It's such a pleasure to meet you.
Good to see you. Happy to be up here with all these
we're very, very happy to have you here.
Enthusiastic people.
Absolutely, sir.
Okay.
Take care and have a safe
Thank
trip
you.
home.
Right on.